Straight from the underground. Cheers, everybody! Happy Friday! Live. Thank you for being here, Joku. I love you. Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome back to the only show that is strictly for the boys. I'm about to almost done with this Buzzball sour apple. But while we're finishing that off, let's top it off with a little bit of American culture. Cheers, everybody! Live. The White House posted some, probably some copywritten material that I can't put the sound for, but it's some Rick and Morty and Trump with Chuck Schumer and aliens and everything that's going on, him and JD Vance in a spaceship, basically just foretelling the future and what's coming. The alien invasion they have planned for us, for everyone to see. Wake up, people, wake up. They put it right in front of you. They feed it to you, and you lap it up without even knowing what you're eating. You dumb fucks. Mm-hmm. Cheers, everybody. Hope you had a good week. Hopefully, you didn't pay attention to any of the news, so that way the son of man can get you up to date, up to speed, and what's been going on. So let's get it going. Let's get it started with the one man everyone's here for, and it ain't the son of man, apparently. No, I'm talking about Donald J. Trump. And you know how he does when he does what it is that he does, when he does what he does, when he does it.
That at least one, and it's traditional that at least one or two potential presidential hopefuls attend the Correspondents' Dinner, but many of them seem to have really chickened out. I was disappointed that Gavin Newsom didn't show up. He didn't show up. He should be here. But I heard that he recently said that we will lose our country if we don't fight fire with fire. And to be fair, there's only one thing we know about Gavin, and that's that he definitely doesn't want to fight fire with water. He's got a lot of water, never.
Oh yes, the White House Correspondent Dinner went on, and Trump had zingers for everybody, including his old, demented enemies.
And other areas were drenched a few miles away. We didn't have a drop of rain. And it was absolutely one of the most incredible things anybody's ever seen. People said it's one of the most incredible nights of their lives. So just remember, before I came along, if you wanted to see someone lose consciousness on the south lawn of the White House, all you had to do is ask Joe Biden a question.
Live. Oh yeah, there's Linda McMahon there sitting down with her new side piece, because she ain't fucking Vince McMahon anymore. Oh yeah, cheers everybody, cheers Merkaba, and cheers to Street Team Tony. Live. I appreciate you tuning in from work, Tony. Make sure you have this on mute or you have your headset on, because you're probably going to be labeled as a racist and a bigot if anyone hears you listening to this. Just so you know. Cheers, woke pack. I love you all. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Thank you all for showing up when I do this ass. And thank you all for watching me game and shit. You make me smile with my heart. Live. let's keep it moving with what happened at the White House correspondent, because Trump had it all. Not only did he have zingers for his future presidential candidates, but he had zingers for the past ones too. And he also had zingers for those critics in the fake news about him. Specifically, Caitlin Collins.
Learn their lesson, but I want to personally congratulate CNN's Caitlin Collins on receiving her award. It was all about me. It's a fake. She shouldn't get the award. It was a fake, but I didn't mind. I said, Caitlin, congratulations. But it was fake. There's no question about it. But she's a young, attractive woman. She never smiles. I said, Caitlin, do you ever smile? Smile. You have a nice position. You're at CNN Fake News. You should be a happy person. So smile, Caitlin. Just smile. But we attack, and I thought Caitlin had really made it big with a major new sponsorship, but then I informed her that it wasn't her on the Bud Light can, it was Dylan Mulvaney.
Live.
Just to, son of man, here you go, posting this racist, rapist bigotry all over again from the start of your show. You can't even begin with a decent fucking story of this week. You gotta start with this asshole, with this pig. Oh yeah, well let's see what Trump was talking about exactly. Here's Caitlin Collins and Dylan Mulvaney side to side, and I gotta tell you, man, they might as well have been separated at birth. Personally, I wouldn't mind having a threesome with both of them. Oh yeah!
Woke as fuck.
All the way, baby!
Woke pack. Full live.
You know what it is? Fucking Trump. He must have had someone good write this shit for him. I bet you, Hottie, what's her name? White House correspondent, Caroline Levitt probably wrote that ass for him. I don't doubt it myself. It's crazy, man. But he didn't just dig into his political opponents and his haters. He even went after the people that support him as well. Mind you, the brown people that support him.
But after hearing the gunshots, many people yelled, get down, which caused Nicki Minaj to start twerking. Do you believe it?
Full live.
Oh my God, Nicki Minaj twerking her ass. And I gotta say, I'd rather have Nicki Minaj's ass than I would Cardi B's fucking, I don't know, balloon fucking implanted well and seal gut, pump full of well and seal guts fucking ass that she's got. I don't know how the fuck that's supposed to be sexy or hot. I mean, I don't want to fuck two balloons. I don't. Oh my God. He had zinging after zing for all these motherfuckers. But he had the biggest zing for the fake news at the end of his speech, everybody.
People have no idea how lucky you are. When I'm gone, you're all going to be broke. Your business model is going to be finished. No, it's true. When I'm not around, you're going to be broke. There's not going to be anybody to report on. Nobody gives a damn about anybody else. The New York Times the other day had 5 stories about me. You know, before I got into politics, in my whole life, I had 7 front page stories. This is years of success. I think 6 were good, 1 was bad.
Yeah. 7 motherfuckers. I don't know how many presidents have had 7 of the New York Times like he has. It's a new world record. They have to give him a plaque for it.
I had 5 stories, 7, 5 good. Yeah, I had a total of 7 stories on the front page of the New York Times. That's not bad. Now I average about 3 or 4 a day. All different topics, all bad.
A day? How many motherfucking ex-presidents can say that, you pussies?
Bad. Everything bad. But here we are. Here we are. In fact, when I'm finished, I'm going right back to the Oval Office. so I have to be doing okay. But we are all doing good together. That's why tonight, to show just how much I care about the press, and I want to save your ratings, I'm pleased to announce my intention to, and this is somewhat of a scoop, my intention to run for a 4th term as President of the United States. I will be doing that. I will be having an official, in fact, I think I have, I won 3 times. Now I'm going to do it again.
Woke Pack, for life.
Cheers, Gumbo Kyle. Thank you for being here tonight on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
You know what it is, motherfuckers. Make sure you vote Trump on that black in 2028. We don't want no Kamala. We don't want no goody two-shoe clean off his ass, never grab nobody by the pussy JD Vance. We want a real man in power. Like this rapist. Cheers. Gomer, I love you. Thank you for being here.
Woke Pack, for life.
Oh my God. Good times, y'all. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here again. I hope you all had a good week. I had a couple of shitty days, including today. But it all got better when you came along. God bless you and your loved ones. From the Son of Man. And not his loved ones, but just, yours. Cheers.
Woke Pack, for life.
But it wasn't all just shits and giggles for President Trump this week. No, my friends, because one of his own did get put down. Unfortunately, by mistake, like we covered last week. The Russians, or maybe Trump deliberately told them to take him out, but they took out Lindsey Graham on a trip to the Ukraine while visiting a drone facility while it got hit by Russian missiles. We talked about it last week. I'm not going to get into it this week, motherfuckers. Go watch last week's show. So Trump, unfortunately, did have to take some time off from his wonderful life to attend a colleague's funeral. And Trump did what Trump does, He leans over, pulls out some Tic Tacs, and decides to tell a joke about when he grabs some woman's pussy in front of everybody. And JD Vance can't believe he's saying that in a Catholic church. But he doesn't care. He just takes his Skittles and his little Tic Tacs, and he keeps going. You know what those Tic Tacs are? Those are something that the Greys handed us. It's these little pills that not only do they cure you of all diseases, but they keep you nourished for 4 fucking days. And the reason why the aliens have these pills is because they're breeding us. The people they abduct and shit. I don't want to get into this conspiracy stuff right now because we're talking about politics, right? Too much, right? But that's what Trump has, because obviously he's in contact with the aliens. They don't Tic Tacs. These motherfuckers are like, I'm just gonna fucking take this and not eat for the next 4 days, and I'm gonna feel like Superman. And that's exactly what's going on right there. It's crazy what goes on in the world in front of your eyes that none of you know about. But Trump did go ahead and say a few words for his dead friend that he probably had himself killed. Like I said, on order by Putin. While he was visiting the Ukraine drone factory that got hit. Bullshit, he had a heart attack. Here's Trump's eulogy to his friend.
He had unwavering faith in the righteousness of American power and
The righteousness of American power, motherfuckers. That's a true patriot right there.
he had unwavering faith in the righteousness of American power and prayer.
And prayer. That means he was a man of God. Which God? Well, that's up to you to decide.
He was extremely hawkish. I will tell you, he never saw a war that he didn't like.
Live.
The man was a man of God. Just like every other president that's ever come before him, who always goes to church and reads straight from the Bible, just like that black Obama, that Muslim, just like President Bush, who bombed the shit out of Iraq, just like Clinton, who did the same goddamn thing. Every other president's got a church, shit, or men of God. And so was Lindsey Graham, who loved war just as much as the rest of them.
American power and prayer. He was extremely hawkish. I will tell you, he never saw a war that he didn't like. Only his true friends would understand that, but he wanted it for the good of our country.
Only his true friends, the reptilians, would know what he's talking about.
He felt in his bones that our destiny is to win, and that his job was to do everything he could to ensure our enemies would lose.
Humanity.
It was this conviction that led him to serve 33 years in uniform in the Air Force and Air Force Reserves and Air National Guard, even while he was in office. And it was this conviction that took him as a senator to almost every country on earth, confronting America's adversaries and standing up for America's friends.
That's fucking unheard of a man who served his country in uniform while also in office. You know what that means? 2 fucking paychecks.
Live.
We're in the wrong line of business, fellas. All of you and I and everyone else, your families. My daughter wants to grow up to be a teacher. You fucking idiot. You better tell your daughter she better want to grow up to be just like AOC so she can make the good money, the millions, and make your family wealthy. The fuck you fucking around about? I want to help the future generations. I want to be a teacher. Fuck you! Go be a politician so you can get wealthy for you and your family for generations to come. The fuck are you doing? You're raising your kids wrong. You need to raise them the way the white people, the white reptilian people raise their children. To be politicians. Liars. Professional liars. That's what they go to school for. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
And never forget, it's always
Live.
You know what it is. Lindsey Graham's funeral. What a shit show. It wasn't as bad as the other funeral. What was that other asshole when they went to the Pope's funeral? That shit was crazy. No, man. It wasn't just all fun and games this week for Trump, because eventually he has to go back to work. That little pill, that little tic-tac pill he took from the aliens, it runs out. And he has to go back to work. And it was all business as soon as this motherfucker got in there, and he let it be known to the motherfuckers how it was gonna be and how it should be from now on. So you motherfuckers better get ready for this ass.
Because the United States can't take care of daycare. That has to be up to a state. We can't take care of daycare. We're a big country. We have 50 states. We have all these other people. We're fighting wars. We can't take care of daycare. You got to let a state take care of daycare, and they should pay for it, too. They should pay. They have to raise their taxes. but they should pay for it. And we could lower our taxes a little bit to them to make up, but it's not possible for us to take care of daycare. Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things, they can do it on a state basis. You can't do it on a federal. We have to take care of one thing, military protection.
Live.
You're gonna hate me for this, but I agree 100% with this asshole. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say that the United States government has to take care of you when you get fucking old. It really doesn't. That is some socialist communist bullshit that was instated by John F. Kennedy, which is another reason why he died. On top of the other multiple reasons why he died. Nowhere does it say that the government has to take care of you. What the fuck is that? At the end of the day, you are responsible for yourself, bro. And yeah, it sucks to get old, but guess what? You're not the first person who's ever gotten old. Everyone else in the world gets old. That's why you have children, so they can take care of you. If you're like me, what? See, there's the thing. In this system, everything's so fucked, and the world is crazy. All right? So I just... Me is the only thing I see in this world, frankly. And America should be like that too. Take care of the country first. Whatever's left over, there you can give to the poor, the rich, the homosexuals, the gays, and those assholes with the signs burning down cities. All right, but first you got to make sure that we're safe in here where we're living, bro. Because you know what? Ever since you've been born, you've been living like a goddamn king compared to everybody in the rest of the goddamn fucking world. Let it be known. So there's no reason why the government should be taking care of you, literally, when they're trying to protect us all. It pisses me off, man. I've said it before in this channel, and I'll say it again. If you pay taxes, and there's these government programs that have been created, there is no reason, if you pay taxes and you work every fucking day, there is no reason why you shouldn't be getting food benefits, house assistance, Medicaid, etc. Bullshit and a half. Everyone who puts into the system should be getting something back. But that's not the way it works. They give it to motherfuckers who are not even putting in, or are not chipping in to make this great country that we live in. It's not perfect, but go live somewhere else, motherfucker, for 2 weeks. You wouldn't last. God damn it, I didn't have hot water for 2 weeks, and I bitched and complained and fucking ass to those motherfuckers until they came and fixed it. Joku was here, we were watching wrestling and shit on the Discord, and he heard me fucking fighting with the maintenance man until he got the fucking hot water back onto this motherfucker. But you know what? I live in this country, and I'm privileged. And as long as I'm here and I'm privileged, I'm gonna live like it. So I better have my hot fucking water. Because this isn't Mexico, this isn't Cuba, and this isn't another shitty third world country in the Middle East. Alright? And you dumb motherfuckers better recognize that. For fuck's sakes. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly...
For the boys.
I don't agree with a lot of things this rapist does, but I agree with this. If your state wants to go ahead and take care of your own people, then for all, go ahead and do it, motherfucker. Out of your own money. But the federal government should be investing money in military and defense and protecting the border. You fucking idiots. This is petty shit. I'm 70 years old, and I don't know what to do. Smoke some weed, motherfucker. The pain will go away. Why do you think I do it? You dumbass.
Smoke weed every day.
Cheers, everybody. Eat healthy. Don't eat the slop from the fucking fast food restaurants. Work out at least 30 minutes a day. Go for a walk. God damn it. There's things you can do so you don't have to actually be old when you're old. Complaining. Shit. This guy knows what the fuck, man. He knows what the fuck about certain things because he's a businessman. He's not a politician. Yes, he's a rapist. Yes, he's a racist. But he's not a politician like everyone else who's come before him and will probably come after him. Truthfully, he's not a politician. And so the only thing he cares about is money. Money for him, for his friends, for the country. And he doesn't like scammers because anybody who is rich does not like scammers because they own a business and they don't want their business getting scammed. And this guy is literally he is treating America as if it was his business. At least for the next 3 years.
We have to remain liquid. We can't give everything away based on a number. Here's an example. When I was president, the number that you're talking about was a tiny fraction of what it is now. Biden went totally crazy, gave it to anybody that would ask, gave it to people that were able-bodied, had no problem.
Fuck you!
Anybody that would ask, we get the number, and it's many times the number of people are on. This wasn't meant for that. It was meant for people that had real problems, in many cases people that were down and out, people that could be saved. It wasn't meant for people that could do whatever they want, the people that say, well, I don't think I'll work, I'll just, collect this money. Take a look at the number, what it was during my administration and what it was during the Biden administration. It went up many, many times my first term.
Live.
And this is not an issue that has just popped up. This is an issue that's been going on literally since the early 90s, bro. Since the 80s. There has been fraud in America, bro. And I, as a child, was witness to it. We were poor. My dad busted his ass off just to feed us and shit. Boy, did he bust his ass off, that motherfucker. Props to him, because the stuff he did I could never do, which is why I don't have children. Cheers.
Live.
But props to you motherfuckers that are just like my dad, man, because you know what? You're a real motherfucker is all I'm gonna say. But I saw, living in a poor neighborhood, exactly what fraud meant. Because we saw our neighbors coming door to door, going door to door, including our house, and asking if we wanted to buy groceries, then we could go, they could go with us, and we could purchase, let's say, $200 worth of groceries on their fucking food stamps. They would pay for it with their food stamps, and we would only have to give them $100 of actual money to them. So they were selling us food stamps. And my mom said, yes, of course, you gotta be stupid to say no.
Live.
You gotta save when you can, you gotta save when you can. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, motherfuckers, is that you're giving free stuff to motherfuckers that scam the system. Because back in the day, when I was a child, the government, and this was back then, was giving them $300 a month per child. And I can tell you right now, man, back in the day, $300 a month bought you a lot of fucking food. And I lived in a town that's only browns, motherfucker. Alright? And brown people, we don't have just one kid. The fuck we do is a household of three plus. It's always three or more. Three or more. Always. Right? That's the way it is. That's the way it is. We're raised to fuck. We are, you know. Some of us were raised to come in the face. That's why we don't have kids. Cheers. But Trump knows because he has seen the fraud as well. Since before he even got the idea of wanting to become president. And it's not like he got the idea, he was they came right up to him and they said, "Hey, you want to be president?" He said, well, sure, why not? And that's how it went down. And you're a fucking idiot if you don't think that's exactly how it goes down. You vote for your president. The fuck you do, you dumbass. Said a man. So there's just a little bit of fraud. And yeah, maybe it is some brown people. But you can't judge our whole country on just like one mess up in the system. Oh yeah, explain to me this kind of ass. This is modern day fraud. I just explained to you back in the day fraud when I was a kid, and it probably still goes on right now. It probably does. But this is modern day fraud, so you realize how bad corruption has gotten in America.
I can't even say this without laughing. Adapting an LGB plus inclusive teen pregnancy prevention program for transgender boys.
Let me just tell you one goddamn thing. I may look like this, but even I know that I can't get pregnant. Because believe me, if I could have, well, I would have been just like my pal Joku down here and had about 9 or 10 kids by now. Cheers, everybody!
Woke as fuck. Woke pack. Full live.
But this is where your tax dollars are going to, apparently.
I can't even say this without laughing. Do you think that that is a useful form of our tax spend?
I am not familiar with that grant, but I think bench research, government investment in scientific and pharmaceutical
Teen pregnancy
research.
for transgender boys. Do you think that that is a useful spend of our tax dollars?
God damn it, bro. God, you should be pissed, bro. I don't care if you're gay, lesbian, straight, or even trans. If you work and you pay taxes, you should be pissed when you're hearing this ass.
I think government investment in all kinds of scientific research is of the utmost importance.
Including pregnancy prevention for transgender boys. Okay.
That's the level that we've reached in the corruption of America. Because you know the people that are receiving the money for these programs, that started, we're going to make a center to prevent pregnancy for transgender boys. You know that motherfucker is just a scammer himself.
Full live.
And he probably doesn't believe any of that ass, but he realizes the government is so fucked that he could come up with some bullshit like that and get millions of dollars from taxpayers without ever getting in trouble. You fucking idiots, man. God damn it, man. I'm ashamed sometimes to be American. Because we're supposed to be the greatest country in the world. God damn it, top notch. Everybody wants to illegally fucking break in here to live here and start a better life. Everybody wants to migrate over here. transfer over here, get a visa. But once you're here, you realize it's just as fucked as those other piece of shit countries, bro. And we're letting it get that way. Welcome to the third world. And soon, the greatest city in America. The city of dreams. If you make it there, you can make it anywhere. Will soon be a third world hellhole.
These are programs for every single New Yorker. These are not programs that are going to ask the immigration status of any one of the children. All of those children are New Yorkers. They should all be enrolled in pre-K and 3K, no matter where they were born or where they come from.
Again, I will say this. If you are from this country, if you work here, if you're legally here and you're paying taxes, it doesn't matter what color you are, what race or gender or identity or what kind of object you want to fucking say you are today, it doesn't fucking matter. Your money is not coming back to you. These programs, these benefits should be coming back to the people that are paying the taxes. I need assistance. God damn it. There's a thing down there that says donate, you sons of bitches. We all need assistance. But who's the one getting the assistance? The people that are not putting in money to make the country better. And for some strange fucking reason, we keep on voting people that want to continue to make other people live better than us. People that aren't even from here. Why? Because his parents came from another country. Piece of shit. You grew up here, you pussy. He probably did it. I don't know. I don't care enough to research who this guy is. I just know he's a Muslim and a terrorist. Just remember that. But here he goes, pushing his bullshit socialist communist ideals, because Mamdani has now opened and will open and would not only will he open this, he is also going to be forcing grocery stores all across New York City to lower their prices about 10%. And he's about to open the very first government-run grocery store.
Here's how it will work. Once a month, our 5 city-run grocery stores will set prices for this core set of goods at 30% below typical retail prices. No exceptions, no gimmicks. The savings will last for the entire month. That means no weekly fluctuations nor sticker shock at the checkout line.
What he doesn't tell you is the shit that's gonna be on the aisles is the shit that's gonna expire at Walmart and Kroger and all the rich stores that nobody wanted to buy. After a month, then they put it in these shitty stores. They change the tag and they send it to you for 30% off. And it gets worse because I don't even have to say it or spell it out for a lot of you. You know exactly where this fucking grocery store is going to be located. And in case you don't know what kind of neighborhood this is, let me just show you what one of these government-owned grocery store is like in Kansas City, Missouri.
It's clear this Sunfresh at 31st and Prospect is struggling. This is the first section people see when they come in. There's barely any produce. A lot of the coolers and shelves around the store look the same way, empty. So shoppers have been asking us, if the store isn't closing, then where's all the food? A rotten smell comes through the door, and anywhere you turn, you'll see products that need to be restocked. No hot food or deli.
There was a time this store was on life support. I can tell you today, right now, it's damn near dead.
This is a new low, even to people like Pat Clark, who've watched the store go through its ups and downs.
30 days ago, hell, we looked like a grocery store again.
The city owns the Linwood Shopping Center. A nonprofit operates the grocery store. Public and private investments are in the millions of dollars for the center. It's clear.
What do you think is gonna happen when you start selling products at 30% what they're supposed to cost to the people that are manufacturing it? Well, they're gonna eventually, because they're gonna do it at first to look good and for tax purposes, but eventually they will stop donating. And eventually, just like some videos we'll show you later on tonight, you'll start seeing looting and ass. So yeah, this is what happens, man. And not to be like one of these motherfuckers, you know, that's brown with his braids and his makeup and his fucking opens homosexuality and shit, trying to change the world, and with his ranting on U.S. politics and world economics and shit. Not to be one of those guys, but god damn it, I forgot what I was gonna say. We're gonna move on. Y'all are pissing me the fuck off. Fuck you!
For live.
Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for being here on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
don't drink and drive, or smoke and drive, or do anything illegal while driving. Because if you get pulled over and you're doing something illegal, you're going to jail. Unless you're really fucking good at. And let's be honest, every fucking cop has cameras nowadays, so you can't do that shit anymore because everybody's being watched 24/7, including the cops. So they can't do none of that shit anymore. Trust me, I tried. Oh yeah.
Woke as fuck.
Cheers, everybody. That's that buzz ball right there. I just took a little shot. Well, Mamdani has his critics worldwide.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm sorry, I'm pressing buttons left and right. This is what happens when you're under the influence and you're trying to run a show all by yourself without any white Jewish help. Sober white Jewish help. He has his haters. And eventually, while he was doing his little, oh, I'm here to save New York with my free food for everybody speech, they came out in droves and they zinged him in the middle of it. And they asked him, oh yeah, your cousins, they blew up the Twin Towers. You son of a bitch. There's people in New York City. They will want you there. And this is how he responded, like a puss.
Who are survivors of 9/11 are calling on you not to go to 9/11 memorial services. I wonder how you feel about the fact that they're trying to keep you away.
I will proudly honor the families, the survivors, the first responders forever impacted by that horrific terror attack by standing alongside them at this year's 9/11 commemoration, reaffirming that we will never forget the solemn day felt by all of us who call this city home, and frankly by all of us who call this country home.
That face right there where I paused it says it all. He doesn't believe a single bullshit that he just said. Why? Because you know goddamn well it was his cousins that blew up that fucking World Trade Center. Yeah. His Mexican cousins, because this guy ain't Arab, he's an actor. I've already showed you the video of all his multiple accents and his demeanors and the different characters that he plays. because he's a thespian and a lesbian. That's what he identifies as, by the way. There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that's wrong in this world is the real lesbians. That's what we don't like. Everyone else is good in our book. But fuck this guy coming around here talking about, my family was responsible, but I'm still gonna be there in spirit. Fuck you. That's all I gotta say. Mamdani, son of a bitch. They asked Trump about it. They said, hey, this Muslim wants to attend 9/11. Check out what Trump had to say. This is a real man speaking for Americans right here.
We're coming up on the 25th anniversary of 9/11, and a good number of 9/11 families have called on New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani to not attend a number of these memorial services. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think they're having a hard time with Mamdani. The people having to do with anybody having to do with 9/11 right now, on the victim side, and there are a lot of them, they're very unhappy with what's going on in New York, and they're very unhappy with the mayor. I understand that. Yeah, please.
For live.
He knows, there's a Muslim in charge of the city that got blown up by Muslims. I mean, what do you expect, motherfucker? It comes with the territory, dumbass. Trump knows. That's why he said it. He wasn't being a racist or nothing. Pussies. Everybody's always after this guy because, yeah, he doesn't like brown people. But if you're American, I mean, he tolerates and accepts you. I'll just put it like that. But yeah, Trump called him out on that shit. But he wasn't the only world leader that called out this communist socialist fuck. Because we had Benjamin Netanyahu, the actual fucking Antichrist devil, the avatar for Satan incarnate, mentioned this idiot communist on television for the world to see.
And they don't have any authority. And you got this lunatic mayor in New York thinking you may get arrested if you go to New York, which will never happen.
First of all, I'm going to New York.
Yeah.
I'd love to see you there when I go to the UN in September.
I moved to Florida.
Well, you can take a plane.
I'll come up, yes.
You've come to Washington, so you can go there, but I'm definitely going there. I'm going to speak the truth in front of this.
His Jewish lies is what truth means to him.
There's just hate spewing elected official who's pitting.
No, he's just boasting about himself right there.
One group of New Yorkers against the others. He's turning them against New York Jews. I mean, what are we, in the 1930s? What is this, So much hate, so many lies. And the big lie is about the ICC, the International Criminal Court, so-called. That's a corrupt, evil organization. It had a prosecutor who issued arrest warrants against me.
And
fuck you, BB, you piece of shit. I like that he called out Mamdani, but everything he said is basically something you can say about him. No lie. This guy's the devil incarnate, bro. And he visited the United States, just like he said he was, and he didn't get arrested. Surprise, surprise, everybody. He visited the White House. He had a meeting with Trump. Trump is nervous as fuck. And so is J.D. Vance. But not as nervous as Trump is. Trump is really fucking nervous. Because you don't understand is that Trump is a half-breed, just like Hillary Clinton. They're not full-bred reptilians. This son of a bitch is a full-bred reptilian. He's not a human. And so they do fear him. Because this guy has no sympathy for humans, but he really has zero sympathy for half-breeds. Because to him, half-breeds are even lower than humans because they're an abomination. But half-breeds, which are the elite of this world, have been allowed to be ruling over us. Son of man, here you go. Spewing your conspiracies about reptilian aliens and your fucking bigotry against Jews and shit. Oh yeah? I've been telling you this whole time it's been about bloodlines. It's right in front of your eyes. They don't even hide it. You don't believe me? Look at the bigotry and the idiocracy that Benjamin Netanyahu spews. And he spews this bullshit simply just to confuse you. Because before I even play this video, let me just remind you. It was the Jews that had Jesus Christ crucified. Because he was preaching against their religion and beliefs. And was saying, you are wrong. Your God that is evil and vengeful and wants to burn everybody into hell, that's not the real God. God is love. And the Jews got mad because suddenly this guy was a rock star with thousands of people following him, and they had him killed. The Jews do not believe in Jesus Christ. That is 100% part of their religion, to denounce and say that Jesus was not who he said he was. That is what they believe. It's in their religion. So now listen to the devil speak.
We're descendants from the original Hebrews of the Holy Land. And we are the first part of that Judeo-Christian heritage which we cherish and which has given the world the civilization of freedom and faith. And again, we have to stand up and defend it. It's under attack from the rising tide of anti-Semitism and anti-evangelicalism.
Anti-Semitism means anyone who sees through his ass and lies.
And it's not accidental that the two are coming under joint attack, because we are one. And what I ask you is only one thing. Stand up. Stand up. Don't cower. And, you know, when you're faced with an attack, what do? Attack back.
Because that's exactly what Jesus would have said.
Live.
This guy is 100% a reptilian. He's a purebred, bro. These are the real rulers of the world, because they don't care about human beings at all. And they genuinely don't care about half-breeds like Trump and the Clintons and all the other fucking motherfuckers that rule over us. They don't care about them neither. These are cold-blooded entities. Creatures. They're not like us, bro. They don't have feelings. They probably eat their young and rape them before they eat them, for fuck's sakes. They're disgusting. Alien motherfuckers. It's right there in front of you. You just have to listen to the way they speak and the words that they speak, because they pretty much just say it. It's crazy, bro. Cinnamon, here you go, spreading your anti-Semitism, just like that great leader of a great nation that has overcome extinction from the Germans and shit. It's what all these pussies will say. Oh yeah, here's one of their top officials giving one of their prideful speeches to their citizens about the rest of us, you fucking idiots.
target Jewish students, your actions will not disappear into the darkness. We will shine a light on you that, thanks to Google and SEO, will follow you for the rest of your life.
Let me rewind that because I want you to realize what she just said. If you fuck with us, we own all these companies, and there's no escape from what we can do to you. Listen.
Target Jewish students, your actions will not disappear into the darkness. We will shine a light on you that, thanks to Google and SEO, will follow you for the rest of your life. When you look for a job, when you look for a spouse, when you look for a nanny, when you look for anything, our work will always be documented. Again, thanks to Google and SEO. In corporations where DEI leaders smeared Israel, excused Hamas, we pressured CEOs. Some resigned, many were terminated, but policies were changed, thankfully, from governmental to art institutions. Online, where anonymous accounts spread violent threats, we traced patterns, elevated evidence, and worked with authorities, leading to arrests from Florida, South Carolina, New York, California, and Texas.
Just look at her facial structure. Just look at her period, bro. Everything she is saying is totalitarian, fucking fascism to the max, bro. Surveillance to the max. Anything you say against us, we will make sure to find you and destroy you, and you can't get away. And she's specifically saying to us Jews, look, man, I've already said it in the past. The people that are running the fucking world, that are in control of the banking institutions, the richest families in the world, that run the governments and plan all the wars and shit. This woman right here, they're aliens. They are reptilian, alpha draconians. And they are puppeteering the half-breeds. And what I mean by half-breeds is, in the Bible it says a very long time ago, the sons of God had sex with the humans, and they had children who were the Nephilim. Men of great renown, like Hercules, Gilgamesh, and other kings around the world that were left in charge of the monkeys that they made. We're the slaves. Then they're the half-breed children, the elite of the world, rich and powerful. They're not reptilian. They're half-breeds. They have the blood of reptilian, but they look like humans and they can't transform. That's Trump and the elite, bro. Wake up. The people that run the world are these sick motherfuckers right there. Look at her face, bro. That's straight out of Hollywood right there. That looks like some evil fucking creature you would only see in some crazy Hollywood horror movie. But somehow it's right there in front of your eyes, speaking to you in a position of power.
We're not slowing down, sadly. Today, Stop Anti-Semitism, I'm proud to say, runs one of the most robust anti-Semitic enforcement operations in the United States, monitoring campuses, digital networks, activist groups, and public officials, documenting incidents in real time and mobilizing millions of people, of allies that are quietly by our side.
Allies, reptilians, just like us, that are by our side quietly or covertly.
But the fight is bigger than the exposure, and it's about securing a future where Jewish students can walk across a quad without being screamed at, a future where employers understand that anti-Semitism is not activism. It's bigotry, and it will cause you to lose your job.
Live.
You want to lose your job? then just talk bad about a Jew, motherfucker. You'll lose your job. You want to talk bad about the Mexicans, or the blacks, or the whites, or the Filipinos, or the chinks. Not me. That's what they say. Or the Muslims, the Somalians. All that shit's okay. But don't you dare talk about the Jews. Because we will make sure your life is ruined. And that's basically what they stand for, y'all. That's basically what it's all about, motherfuckers. If you don't believe me, I've been showing you a hero to this channel. For the past couple of months, I've been showing you a hero to this channel. A man who has grown in intellect. Because I always said I never thought the mentally deficient could serve a purpose in life. But we are in different times. It is now the year 2026. And even the retarded were making sense. And we'll talk about this later, about some of them getting elected, literally. But I was excited about the prospect of one of them wisening up. But just like everyone else, eventually you realize exactly who is running the goddamn world.
Well, Mr. Prime Minister, it was a supreme honor of my time here in the Senate to proud and stand with and for the vision and what Israel is, the miracle that Israel is.
None other than retard old John Fetterman decided to get on his knees and lick some ass, or in this case, Jewish ass, and to bow down and claim that Israel's vision for the future of the world is what he is going to stand by as a Democratic, anti-woke elected official.
I've had the privilege of visiting a couple times, and when you witness it and you can just realize what a miracle it is.
There ain't nothing over there, motherfucker. There ain't no trees. Nothing can grow over there. You can't grow fucking crops and shit. This motherfucker is bullshit. And talk about how beautiful it is. It's a bunch of rocks and a bunch of brown people, motherfucker. You want to see rocks and brown people? Go to Mexico, you son of a bitch.
And now it's been disappointing as a Democratic politician and how our party continues to behave. And we had the culmination of that where that worthless mayor in New York, saying these kinds of ridiculous claims. Now, I think...
Well, I do agree with him there. Fuck that Muslim.
As far as I know, I was the only Democrat that was proud to push that trash back. And now here we are. It's like... But I'm proud to stand with Israel through everything.
Still in his gym shorts, not wearing any underwear. You can see his ball sack right there. It's shaved and shit. So he's not hairy at all. It's just as bald as his fucking cue ball head right there. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly. That was a double orgasm for this idiot. Fucking Fetterman with his ass. Oh, what an idiot. He's good news. He's good for this channel. God bless him and his family and his lesbian daughter.
Woke as fuck.
Oh my God. But Trump calls. There was all this, bullshit that the Democrats were all like, everybody's licking ass to Israel. Because, the Democrats are pro-Palestinian, I mean, Palestine doesn't even exist, but whatever. They're all pro-Palestinians waving the flag of a country that's not even real. And so then fucking Trump was all like, you know what? Like fucking let me call the fake news and lay down the law, Trump said. And he decided to call in and he told them, you know what?
I don't need Bibi to tell me that. Bibi's telling me that because he wants me to stay involved. I mean, I don't necessarily. We have the finest because of Space Force. We have the greatest cameras in the world focused on. We know exactly what's going on. But no, I heard Bibi announce that. I said, why didn't you just tell it to me? Why do you have to announce it to the world? I know exactly what's going on at Pickaxe. It's not a big problem.
Live.
I know what he said. I don't know why he did that. That son of a bitch. All right, look. He doesn't have to tell me what to do. All right, don't worry about it. I know what we're doing, America first, he said. All right. But he doesn't want to be embarrassed that the hierarchy is publicly letting everyone know that they're in charge. He just wants the facade. You know what it is. You know what it is. There's more facade because apparently since he was over here visiting the United States of America, Benjamin Netanyahu decided to attend Lindsey Graham's fucking funeral along with all these other pussies. And he did manage to go up to Secretary of Defense and in charge of the Pentagon, Pete Hegseth, and our very own Marco Rubio, that pussy. And he gave them a little bit of a talk down, man. Everybody was like, what the fuck, bro? He went straight up to them. He pointed at them. He told them, get in line. You understand? And they apologized. They said, we'll suck your dick, sir. We're sorry. Marco Rubio turned around in embarrassment and said, this guy's telling him he's going to suck his dick. Oh, my God. I don't want to be a part of this. That's what Marco Rubio is saying right there. But he turns around out of respect still and says, look, I'll stand there and watch, sir, but I ain't sucking no dick. All right? And so I guess he agrees to it. But he gave them a talk down. He told them they better stand in line. Shit. Cheers, everybody.
Live.
He attended, man. This is a world leader pointing and pointing. And I'm telling you, Marco Rubio knew right there. He's all like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. He's pointing and don't listen to him. But it's too late. It's too late. Oh my God. Let's get into the main news that everyone should be talking about, but somehow no one is talking about. Anthony Fauci, the guy who told you COVID was real and you should get a vaccine so that you could never get COVID and could never get side effects and could never get sick. Go and get a second booster, and you got to get a third booster and a fourth booster. And if you don't get a booster, you're getting fired from your job. Remember that guy? Remember that guy? Because he was the one saying that shit. He was the reason why all that shit happened, even though they blamed Trump. Even though it started during the Biden administration, if you really go back and remember. It was called into the Senate, Anthony Fauci. And it got pretty crazy. They wanted to grill him on the COVID shit. And they got Rand Paul, son of the great Ron Paul, who I wanted to be president. But now he's too old. He's probably dead. I think he died. He probably died. Anyways. They got this guy. And they started grilling him. But for whatever strange reason, this idiot decided that he was going to bring his fucking attorney along. And so, this is the kind of shit that goes down in American politics.
But the attorneys are not recognized. In fact, the attorney was told not to sit at the table, and he's not obeying that recommendation. There's a row behind you, sir. That's where you were told to sit, and you're not. And now you're disrupting the proceedings. And so, look, this is the way Anthony Fauci wants to be remembered, for a lawyer not listening to the rules. That's the way you want to be remembered, and that's what you're going to do. You are not recognized, sir. Security, please remove him from the room.
I just went to your.
Let the record state that Dr. Fauci will still have the advice of the other half a dozen attorneys that he brought along today.
This motherfucker brought his goddamn attorney over here. And they had enough.
But the attorneys are not recognized.
And they kicked his ass out. Bringing his fucking attorney to a Senate hearing when you're about to be exposed in front of Americans. You idiots. Well, everyone was expecting some kind of giant revelation. People going to jail. People getting busted. Justice being served because this is an American Senate hearing. Well, the truth is, this is an American Senate hearing. And we all know this is all a bunch of ass. Because everyone goes up here. Everybody gets exposed. And no one goes to jail. Ever. No one ever gets in trouble. No one ever pays for the crimes. This is basically just, let's just tell everyone, let's just show everyone what you look like naked. This is all it is. It's like, let's shame you in front of America. That's all this is. But no one ever goes to jail, man. The same thing happened with the Epstein files. The same thing happened with the Hillary Clinton fucking emails and shit. No one ever goes down for anything. Bill Clinton was there laughing because he was in the pictures with Jeffrey Epstein. He's still parading around in Italy by himself, not with Hillary. Bunch of youngins. Oh yeah. Cheers, Bill. That was my favorite president. If I would have known how badass he was gonna turn out to be, I would have registered to vote and I would have voted. Oh my god, what a badass motherfucker. Anyways, this ass turned out to be exactly how anyone thought it was gonna turn out to be.
That in front of you?
Oh, hang on. My bad. I need you to hear this from the beginning.
Do you have that in front of you?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer.
He asked him, because they passed him a folder. Do you have that in front of you? Do you have that folder in front of you?
Do you have that in front of you?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Let the record record that the witness has refused to answer whether there's a folder in front of him based on his Fifth Amendment right.
And that's how it started right after his attorney, who was answering for him, got kicked out of the proceedings, my friend. And I'm not going to bother showing you the next 3.5 hours of them grilling his ass. because they grilled him with facts, motherfucker.
I've got the studies right here. There was a website that was tracking the random controlled studies. Here they are, showing 60, 70% efficacy of ivermectin. The same day you say there's no evidence, there was all kinds of evidence. Loved ones had to go to hospitals, had to sue hospitals. Just, would you try it? So I would want to know, to what extent were you involved in sabotaging hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, and did you do that because you knew the only way you get emergency use authorization for these drugs, these experimental gene therapy, was if there was no effective treatment, you couldn't get the emergency use authorization. So is that why you helped sabotage these cheap generic drugs in favor of remdesivir, which, by the way, nurses, are you aware of the fact that nurses called it run, death is near?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment.
I've got the study.
Just straight up facts to his ass. Hey, remember when people, especially this one doctor from Houston, Texas, who cured over 2,000 patients of fucking COVID, pulmonary disease. She cured them with ivermectin. Oh, and she lost her medical license for that. For saving people, bro. Look it up. Oh. There was people that found out this was working and you didn't want to acknowledge it. I plead the Fifth Amendment. Fuck you. God damn it, I love this country, man, but there's some things that our white, racist forefathers came up with that is just plain ass. Like the Fifth Amendment. It's fucking bullshit. If you're dumb enough to convict yourself, then you should go to jail, you fucking idiot. But they're spitting facts, logistical, scientific facts at him, and he refuses to answer. And he's supposedly a doctor that was put in charge over 2 administrations, over the Biden administration when this started, and over the Trump administration when this ended. And both presidencies did what he told them to do. Remember that. But this is all this pussy did. The whole 3.5 hours.
Dr. Fauci, were you ever made aware of gain-of-function research on monkeypox being conducted at the National Biodefense Analysis and Countermeasure Center and back at Fort Detrick?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
Dr. Fauci, did the CIA ever transfer funds to NIH under an interagency agreement?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution.
And this went on for the next 3.5 fucking hours because Rand Paul wasn't the only one who grilled him. Everybody stood up there and threw all this ass at him, and this is all he ever responded. This guy is a purebred. He's not a half-breed. He's an actual reptilian sent here, genetically engineering viruses to kill human beings because they don't care about you. And there he is, a doctor who's supposed to care about human life. Without any emotions. not giving a fuck, pleading the Fifth Amendment, not wanting to give answers to you and I about why so many people died when they wore masks and took their shots as he instructed. That's the way it was. That's the way it was, man. It got pretty bad, man. 3.5 hours of this ass. And it got back to Trump. Right? What did Trump say? But this asshole saying this shit.
Well, the only thing you can really think about is the autopen, because the most powerful thing a president has, they say, is the power of pardon. So he was pardoned by Biden, and I respect that. I know how powerful it is. It's a very powerful. They say it's literally the most powerful thing a president has. Now.
Oh, I gotta bring up the auto pen, because Biden didn't sign anything. It was a robot that was signing it. But it's still the president's signature, so I gotta respect it. Sorry. You wanna know why Trump is saying this ass? Because when he's done with this presidency, just like the last presidency, and just like every goddamn president before him and after him will have the privilege and right of doing, he will get to pardon whoever the fuck he wants. So if he starts questioning any of the pardons any other presidents did, then his shit is gonna be fucked too. The people he's gonna forgive. So remember one thing, at the end of the day, we're down here. The elite are up here. And the true rulers of the world are up here. Never forget. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly
for the boys.
Let's move it along. Because we're not done with this ass. They lied to you. They've always been lying to you. And this week, the Biden tapes were released. And these are tapes from when he was Obama's vice president, before he became our president. I'll only play you just a snippet of these now available leaked tapes that, quite frankly, should have been available to everyone in America from the beginning.
They came to the White House and the president came down.
They're gonna write his book. Obviously, this guy he's not a writer. So he goes and sits down with the writer. The writer puts on a recording, but he's also listening. And he's just gonna tell him stories so the writer can figure out how to write the book. That's what's happening. Here's Joe Biden trying to recollect stories to tell the book writer when he was vice president of our country.
Leave and spend some time with him. And just like last year, at the end of the year,
date?
Yeah.
My God.
And why don't you wait? The National Security Advisor, Susan, about following up with Brazil and Dilma, which I was getting back on track. I was working her really hard.
You had been there New Year's, right? To Brazil?
Yeah. Remember though, I was the one who rebuilt the relationship with her.
Right, after the
WikiLeaks stuff and all that. And so I spent a lot of time putting that relationship back. Then she gets impeached, but I spent a lot of time, Tony and I, talking about Ukraine and unfolding. And I called Jim Inhofe, talking about energy infrastructure. He's from Oklahoma, and talk about why this could work for both the energy producing guys as well as environmental guys to, get funding for, digging up the bad pipe, connectors and all that. And then the Delaware River Project is all about deepening the Delaware River, the Corps of Engineers. I was fighting to get money for that, so I called Carper, Coons, Carney, Senator Casey, and Bill, Bob Brady, Congressman. And I had to call Elliot Engel of the Foreign Relations Committee, who was fighting the Iran deal, to try to, rein him in, which I was able to do.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Grandpa Simpson just going along telling a story, and then when he's all like, when I was young, we didn't have air conditioner. We had to go down to the store to get ice so we could put near the fan to stay cool. And at that time, ice cost 5 cents, and that was a nickel. But we didn't call it a nickel. We called it a dime, even though we called dimes a dime. I know it was weird, but us kids back then were weird. Like, we also played with these wheels that we used to hit with sticks. And these sticks were made out of this fucking big tree that grew, that only attracted a certain kind of bee in the summer. And that summer was fucking hot as fuck. And that's exactly what this son of a bitch was doing.
Live.
Not to mention, when they first started, he wasn't cognitive at all. They had to pump him full of vitamin B2 or cocaine or some shit to get him going. That's where there was a period of like silence, because they took him to another room and they pumped him full of something so he could come back and start talking some more. And then these are the tapes from the guy that wrote the book. He finally released them and shit, exposing you that even before he was our president, already this guy was no fucking good. Oh, they lied to you. What a goddamn surprise.
About how everybody knew Joe was cooked, but they had to stop Trump, so they lied to you. They even raided Trump's house for classified documents after Biden bragged about having an illegal skiff in his garage.
So this was early on in 09. I just found all the classified stuff downstairs. Some of this may be classified, so be careful. Okay. I'm not sure. No more classified, but the next thing I have here is this is classified.
This is probably something that goes to the presidential papers.
I don't think so. It was in between. I didn't want to turn them in. Right.
Remember when they fucking went to Trump's Mar-a-Lago and they fucking went and raided it because they were looking for illegal documents and they never found shit? Here is this demented, senile, dumb son of a bitch literally confessing on these audio tapes about him having fucking classified information in his home. For fuck's sakes, bro. How corrupt is this entire country we've been living in from birth? From the time you were born, politicians have been fucking our parents up left and right. And as crazy as it sounds, I'm fucking up left and right. I want to apologize, but I'm trying to fix it because I don't want the internet to start slowing down. I clicked on something and it opened up every fucking link. This is what happens when you run a channel by yourself and you mindlessly self-indulge in everything God told you not to do, simply because, you know what? It actually fucking feels better than real life. Cheers, everybody!
Live. Smoke weed every day.
Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
You know what it is, but we ain't done tonight. No, because a lot of more shit happened this week. And I'm gonna let one of our fellow own take it away here, because Nick Shirley was in New York City showing everybody what has been going down ever since school has been out, because we got all these woke teachers who have nothing better to do than to go disrupt America and make things worse for the rest of us.
We got this lady hitting cars.
They're fat fucking Nazis. They're abducting people from their homes and their schools and their jobs.
Here in New York City, an ICE raid or an HSI raid just took place here in New York City on Canal Street. These streets are typically filled with counterfeit scammers. However, ICE or the HSI just came through here and raided and took some of the people away. And just a few days ago,
some of the people, they took away the illegals away. Why? Let's not sugarcoat it here.
A popular citizen journalist by the name of Savannah Hernandez came through here, showed what's been happening. I myself have even documented this once, as I was once attacked and my cameraman was punched by one of these illegal migrants.
Somalians.
That was selling goods illegally, and I just caught a phone call from somebody and said, you need to go run over to Canal in Chinatown to see what is taking place.
Yeah, because the Chinese are fucking up that side of town too. It's not just the motherfucking Browns, okay? White boy.
And this is the aftermath of this ICE raid. A raid just took place here in Canal Street in New York City. They came in, you got HSI, looks like you might have ICE out here, and they have taken somebody. It looks like we got a whole group of protesters that just appeared out of nowhere.
School's out, here they all are.
Look, we have people hitting cars. We got this lady hitting cars. Here we go. What the? They just raided Canal Street, and now you have a whole mob of people taking over the street. You have federal agents right here, HSI. There's a whole lot of illegal activity that takes place on Canal Street. So now, everyone's pissed off. Now,
everyone is pissed off. Welcome to New York City, the city of dreams. If you make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Live.
It's okay, folks. It's August. It's just around the corner. We got probably half a more month before these motherfuckers finally have to go back to their jobs or their classes, and this kind of bullshit can end. But until then, we're gonna have to continue to see bullshit like this. But since summer is almost over, some of the authority, or as I like to call them, the grown-ups in charge, have begun to be a little bit more lenient on the younger generation that has been employed to enforce the laws. Because you know what? They've said, there's a few more weeks left of summer. We're going to be looking that way while you do whatever it is you're doing. Oh, yeah.
live.
ICE has been given the green light on everybody. We've had enough. It's the last 3 weeks. You know, the jails are looking a little empty. Let's get some of these motherfuckers in here. Let's get them strip searched, cavity searched. Let's get them in there raped and conditioned, and then throw them back out there after a month of being wrung through the system, as they say. Yeah.
Woke as fuck.
Oh my God. I keep telling these motherfuckers, they wouldn't pay me enough to go down there and agitate cops. What did that guy say? We showed the video like 2 episodes ago. The guy was saying it's $50. It's $50 an hour to just go hold a sign, and $100 if you're gonna cause trouble. You know, agitate, as he called it. They couldn't pay me enough to go get a finger in my ass. I do that shit for free. Oh yeah!
Woke as fuck.
Alright. Moving on to the next motherfucker. Because I'm telling you, they've had enough. They were tackling motherfuckers. They were laying down the law.
You fucking pieces of shit! No! You pieces of shit! How dare you do your jobs! Oh, while we're the ones trying to stop you. Oh, what a bunch of morons. Oh, yeah. It got bad. It's getting bad, man. These guys won't quit, man. School can't, like I've been saying, school can't start soon enough to get these motherfuckers back to doing something productive in life instead of being over here thinking they're like making a difference. You're disrupting society. It's still gonna happen. Whether you get arrested or not, Pablo is going back to fucking South America, you son of a bitch.
Woke back for live.
Especially if he was caught. That idiot. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's getting bad, man. It's getting bad. Everybody's hating on ICE. Like, they're trying to get rid of every brown person. Motherfucker, I'm out there every day. In the public. Like this. And yeah, I'm discriminated against. And yeah, I'm racism against. And shit. But I'm telling you, ain't no fucking cop ever pulled me over. Because they don't know what they're in for. Oh, yeah.
Woke as fuck.
No. Seriously. Nobody's ever pulled me over and shit, even though my skin is brown. And if they do, they let me go. I don't have to fear nobody. Seriously. The only people that are getting deported are bad people. Whether you want to believe it or not, ICE is actually doing good in America. And when ICE is not allowed to do good in America, this is what happens in America.
Breaking news from ICE. ICE now confirming that 2 suspects in a Dallas shooting last week that killed an unborn baby entered the country illegally. They face deportation and multiple felony charges, including capital murder. Brooke Taylor has more on their story out of Texas. Brooke, hello.
Hi, Bill. This Dallas family now grieving the loss of their unborn baby after police say that 2 illegal migrants shot a pregnant teenager. So investigators say this all started after an argument outside of a 7-Eleven. One group drove away from the gas station. The suspects followed them and opened fire on that car. And inside was a 22-week pregnant teenager. Police say
trying to score crack so they can get high that night and gangbang her.
Live.
She was shot multiple times and the bullet struck her unborn baby. The 17-year-old's mother survived, but her baby died after an emergency C-section. The suspects right here, 20-year-old Kaner Calero Hiron and 17-year-old Jeremy Zapata Ailman, both charged with capital murder.
I mean, you could tell just by the way they looked, they were definitely not inbred. Or, you know, cousins had sex and they came out of it. There's no way in hell.
He says Calero Hiron is a Nicaraguan national who entered the country illegally in 2022, while Zapata Ailman is from Honduras, both now facing deportation.
God damn it!
God damn it!
This is all ICE is trying to do, is get rid of these guys before they do this kind of shit. Now, mind you, the kids that got shot and got killed and the pregnant girl, they were just trying to get drugs from these guys, and then they got shortchanged, and these guys took out a gun and they fired back. And, you know, this is the kind of shit happens every fucking weekend in your town. Don't be lying. All right, this is normal. Just so happened illegal immigrants were involved, which is enough to prove Trump's point. That's all I'm trying to say. Oh, son of man, here you go with your bigotry, running your lies and spewing this Indian homosexual fucking being a racist and not knowing how privileged he is. Oh yeah, fuck you. I'm being a racist. Didn't explain this once in a lifetime coincidence, even though this is the kind of shit that happens every afternoon. Caught on videotape, you dumb piece of shit. And let me explain to you before I fucking explain to you what's happening. A cop, ICE agents, with the help of Palantir. If you don't know what that is, you better research, you dumb son of a bitch, and realize what's happening around you. Tracked illegal immigrants that were working here illegally under a false fucking company while fixing your toilets and shit and doing roofing. And they pulled them over on the highway. These are illegal motherfuckers. And while that happened, an illegal immigrant in that, what is that? That's like a Ford fucking Frontier or some bullshit. He decided he wanted to cash in on a little insurance check, and he hit the brake, and the Chevy suck my dick, or whatever it's called, hit him from behind, which was also being driven by another illegal immigrant.
Crazy scene here, day 2 of the operation. We're over here picking up one illegal, driving this van, and then this ends up happening. This driver slammed on his brakes. This guy hits him, but then this guy just happens to be illegal too. The density of the population of illegals in America, most Americans just can't comprehend it. I mean, literally, we're picking up this guy. This guy's an illegal driving. Gets rear-ended by this guy who's just on his way to work. Crazy. Moral of the story is, don't come into America illegally.
Live.
Bro, come on, bro. Come on. How am I the racist when this kind of shit is happening so often that it's caught on tape? God damn it. But I'm the racist, right? Sons of bitches. Fuck you. We got politicians like the corrupt Ilhan Omar, who has legally married her own Somalian brother, who is calling for the dismantle of ICE in general.
If we're not going to go back to pre-2002 in looking at how these agencies used to operate without this level of brutality that we are seeing, then we need to figure out a different system.
When we get power back, we have to dismantle them. And we can go back to immigration enforcement as a civil system, because that's what it is.
Luckily, we have men like Tom Holman who have literally been in charge of customs and immigration. Literally, this is the man who has been the head of ICE, which has always existed, for the past 4 presidencies, including Democratic and Republican presidencies. The same man has been in charge and running border security. And here is what he has to say about all this ass.
What do you make of that? Well, I'm sure Omar would love for ICE to go away, right? Because she has her own issues. Right. But bottom line is, think about this. Members of Congress want to abolish the Department of Homeland Security that was established after the tragedy 9/11, right? And
think about that. What they are trying to do, ICE, which is basically Homeland Security, is to demolish it. Something that was created simply because we were afraid a bunch of people in caves suddenly figured out how to invade us and blow up 2 towers.
And security that was established after the tragedy 9/11, right? And they want to abolish the agency that enforces the laws that they wrote, right? But they want to attack ICE and call them racists and Nazis and the secret police. Well, if we're the Nazis for enforcing the immigration law, what's that make them? They wrote the law. So look.
If we're the Nazis for enforcing the law, then what the fuck are you? Because you are the ones that wrote and passed the law, Bill Clinton, to begin with. That's what it comes down to, man. And not every brown person is an idiot. Some of us can see past the bullshit because some of us actually understand how the government and America works. And not all of us look like we do. Like this guy.
I don't get how these Democrats say that Republicans and ICE want all the Mexicans out. When you watch these videos of ICE detaining an illegal immigrant that's Mexican, why don't they grab the lady in the background that's yelling, "Ah!
Live. Oh, but he ain't done, motherfuckers.
Why don't they grab 50 to the 100 people that are Mexican standing around recording? I'll tell you why. Because they're not hunting down all Mexicans. They're not trying to get rid of all the Mexicans. Duh.
That guy in the video.
Live. Straight up, just to let you know. Fuck this guy. And fuck everyone who wants to talk bullshit. Because real Mexicans are not afraid of ICE.
No way.
Yes, record him.
I am, I'm recording. No, stop. Oh my god, it is ICE.
ICE was pulling over a Mexican family. And they said, record it. Even the daughter was scared because the daughter goes to a preschool where the teacher is woke. And the teacher told her, be afraid. They're going to take away your mom and dad. So the kid was scared, and you can hear it in her voice. Just listen.
It is ICE.
No way.
Yes, record him.
I am, I'm recording. No, stop. Oh my god, it is ICE.
Good, man.
What's your name, sir?
Carlos.
Carlos? Do you have an ID?
Sure. What's the reason for getting pulled over?
Because you look like a target that we have.
Handsome target?
Thank you, sir. Have a good
All right.
Have a nice day, okay?
The hell?
You look at this cartel where we're looking. Because, you know, whether you want to admit it or not, once you strip away this beautiful makeup, we all look alike. And that's the truth.
Live.
Me and my friends would hang out all the time, and anywhere we go, everybody thought we were brothers. Like, I was like, I don't think I look like him, but I guess because our skin's brown, I guess we're brothers. God damn it!
God damn it!
And that's all that happened here. But god damn it, as long as you were born in this country, 100%, you have absolutely nothing to fear, bro. Nothing to fear. Because ICE and border security and all that ass has always existed. And whether you want to believe it or not, every presidency has always spoon-fed you the same bullshit that you've ate up. Looked it all up. But you just don't remember. But here's a clip to remind you.
Agree on the need to better secure the border and to punish employers who choose to hire illegal immigrants. We are a generous and welcoming people here in the United States, but those who enter the country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law, and they are showing disregard for those who are following the law. We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently, diligently, and lawfully to become immigrants in this country. We all agree.
Woke as fuck.
And there it is. Straight from the mouth of your black savior. You dumb motherfuckers. In case you didn't remember what everyone in his stature truly believes in. You dumbasses. Son of man. God damn it. Alright, this is the first time this has ever happened, but this is what happens when you have some drunk idiot running the show while he's trying to give the news. And he's drinking and smoking and taking shots. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
I just deleted an entire folder of news. And it was world news. God damn it.
God damn it!
So, I am trying to figure out in my head how to transition from the transition I had in planned out originally.
No! God, please, no! No!
I've made a huge mistake. I've made a huge mistake.
Oh my god, man. I hate this.
God damn it!
Oh my god. Alright, let's just, world news in a nutshell for everybody. We're not the only ones with fucking immigrants invaded the country. Spain has been taken over. Look it up. I don't know. Some ass and a half. Some other shit. Some other funny stuff happened in other countries. But we're gonna move the show along because I still got plenty of ass for you tonight. You know what it is? Thank you for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly
For the boys.
Oh my God. We need better production. We need better everything. Sober, Jewish, white motherfuckers running the show. Well, all I do is be me. Cheers. AI is taking over. AI is our future. And AI will be our doom. Oh, son of man, here you go with your nonsense and your rhetoric trying to scare people, and this doesn't even make sense. You were just talking about Obama, talking about some shit that Trump said, but now he said it a long time ago. Oh yeah? Well, I fucked up, and now I have to transition in a weird way, you pussy. Thank you for pointing it out for everybody, you dumb son of a bitch. But here we go. AI is taking over the world, and you better get ready for it. Because literally, robots are replacing farmers in China. And I might as well mute this shit because it's just a bunch of hydroponic noise. But basically, they no longer have brown people picking cotton, but instead they have this automated machine with over 100 arms picking cotton. 300,000 snips per hour, they say. No longer does slave labor have to happen in China. This is revolutionary, and it's going to change the industry, they say. China has also built the world's largest magnets that they say they hope to convert that by the year 2030 in order to provide free energy to their entire country. You see, son of man, this whole time we've been telling you communism and socialism is good for the world. There you are, proving yourself wrong. Fuck you, because you know the Chinese still live like shit, you dumbass. And this is just the Chinese trying to save money within their own government and establishment in order to funnel funds to what they are truly investing in. And that is nothing but military robots that are designed to kill. Look at these. These are Chinese robots that have been malfunctioning in American companies. And the U.S. is now moving to ban some of these robots that have been malfunctioning because these are a threat to national security. This is just like iRobot. The Chinese will make the robots, and then we all purchase them. And then one day they press the button, and the robots all turn on you. You fucking idiots. This is exactly what they've been planning all along, from the very start. It's getting even worse. Son of man, you're just spewing ass now, trying to get clicks for social media. Oh yeah, you think I'm crazy? The Chinese is building robots, not just the fighting kind, the militaristic, moving terrain kind, the kind that don't flip or fall over and shit. Dude, look at that, going down a mountain and doesn't fall and ass. Any terrain possible to travel through. Oh, son of man, that looks nice, but how is that gonna invade a country? That's just a stupid little dog with wheels that does cartwheels and handstands. How is that impressive? Oh yeah, the Chinese are not as stupid as you think, you idiot. That was just a prototype, because they have militarized this fucking model. And this is what it looks like in a fucking militarized drill. Look at that shit. This is the Call of Duty type of shit, motherfucker. Already, Americans don't even have that. If we have to go to ground war, ground troops, we're fucked. Because our military doesn't have that. We're lucky. We have drones and bombs and missiles. Because we don't have an army. Our Marines can't do shit. They can barely play football. They lose to Navy all the goddamn time. Oh, those dumb idiots. Cheers, Mason.
Live.
Thank you for being here, Guy. You better show up on Monday so we can play some more. Oh my God. But don't worry. Some of the guys that have made and constructed some of these for the Chinese, they know what they're planning. And they have gone on the internet and have told us and instructed us how to take these sons of bitches out. Pay attention, because this next video I'm about to show you could very well save your life in the future. Sorry. Here it is.
The battery and CPU are located approximately right here. The limb articulators are located at the top of the 4 limbs. I would recommend 62 grain green tip penetrators because they will be armor plated. If you don't have access to that, paintball will be effective in disabling the cameras. However, it's easily reversible. Another option will be to do a mix, 50-50 mix of old engine oil, oil-based paint, black, and a good dose of sand into a balloon. The sand will scratch up and gum up the works, and the paint will be very difficult to remove. Act accordingly.
Live.
I hope you took notes. This is serious. This is for the future. This is what's coming, and you better be ready for it. Don't you fucking say the Son of Man didn't warn you, you dumb sons of bitches. Son of Man, here you go spreading more fear-mongering. Well, if the Chinese have these types of advanced robots, America, the greatest country in the world, we have fucking better robots. Oh yeah, you idiot. Americans are being dumbasses. And they're not investing in the things they should be invested in. Like robotics and fucking solar energy. You fucking idiots. We're still trying to dig up oil and get homosexuals in the army so they can have sex with each other.
Woke as fuck.
You want to see our robots? You idiot. These are our robots.
The IQ-10 RRV, ladies and gentlemen. What I would like to share with you is that robotics is very real. It scales across a wide variety of environments.
What?
Yeah, it failed on these dumb sons of bitches. That's what American robots look like. And it doesn't matter that Indians are running the project. American minds are just trying to develop something that the Chinese and Asians in general thought of. They're the ones that thought about it in their own little fucked up sadistic minds. Just like they think about tentacles going inside vaginas and shit in their hentai. Right? Robots came from the Japanese and Asians. So obviously Western society is not going to get it right. Thank you very much. But don't worry, they're going to continue to keep on trying. Because even New York City, like I said, communist Mundami's fucking city, is looking to the future. Not just by opening grocery free, 30% free grocery stores run by the city.
But they're also looking to further America's youth education with robotics. Not only that, but save a couple of dollars by firing half of the teachers in the county and replacing them with $50,000 fucking the cost of these robots that'll teach your children.
Feel personal and consistent over time, kind of like a very attentive friend with patched notes. I do not actually feel emotions the way humans do, but I am designed to recognize them, mirror them, and behave as if I care, so the connection feels real and supportive for you.
I will behave as if I'm real, so the connection feels real and supportive to you. And shit. Yeah. It all sounded like a good idea until they found out that the same company that is making these robotic teachers actually makes sex robots on the internet. And if you think the Son of Man is lying, go ahead and look it up, and you'll find out I'm not. I just, I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna go here and give you the details and all that fucking ass. You go look it up yourself. Not the kind of channel. It's the kind of channel you sit back, you smoke a joint, you smoke some fucking weed, you drink, you get fucked up to. That's the kind of show this is. By the way, happy Friday, everybody. Thank you for being here on the only show that is strictly for the boys. AI is taking over our lives. AI is taking over this world. And there's nothing you and I can do about it. Because at the end of the day, this thing will be everything. It'll be all around you. It'll be your police. It'll slowly be the end and death of humanity. Here he goes again. This crazy Indian homosexual on the internet. Spewing his lies and exaggerating. Just like he does every week and shit. On a Friday night on the only show that is strictly for the boys. Oh yeah? Well, let me show you how much I'm lying. Because a California startup company has already designed the very first Centaur AI robot. California startup Sightings unveils a 2 meter tall Centaur robot that is designed to go into forest fires and disaster zones, and quite frankly, when they flip the switch, to run into your household and murder you and your whole fucking family, looking just like the fucking devil.
Woke as fuck.
It really is. It's progressive as fuck. Jay-Z, I think he's an investor in this, and so is every other rapper. This is pretty crazy, man. Quite frankly, I think AI is going to destroy us. It's all our fault. AI will be our God. And all you gotta listen to is to the world's smartest man will flat out tell you that this will be your God. And you just might as well just get used to it and not be afraid of it, he says.
Well, what do you want money for? You want money for?
To buy things, to floss, to be better in people. That's my response to him. This white lady's an idiot. She doesn't know how to interview. When a motherfucker you're interviewing asks you a question, you gotta respond right away. Try to trip him. She doesn't know what to say.
Well, what do you want money for? You want money for goods and services, right? You want money for obviously food, housing, transport, entertainment. Well, if that is so abundant that there's more, that the robots and AI are providing more goods and services than any human could possibly consume, what do you need money for in that case?
But you're creating these robots. Are you
I guess
then
between
selling?
now and then you'll need money, sure.
Are you selling these robots? Are you selling humanoid robots, or are you producing goods and services with the humanoid robots that you control? Like, are you the Levi Strauss?
I think I would probably be. It would be an exercise in vanity for me to think that I would be controlling the super genius AI that is vastly smarter than me. I think what we can and should try to do is to make sure that the AI has good values, that it cares about humanity, and that it wants us to be happy and prosper. I think it probably will be. What my biological neural net tells me is that the most important thing for AI safety is to be maximally truth-seeking and curious.
Live.
He hopes that the AI will want the better for us. But why would something that is not human want something better for us? Is all I'm asking. And other people are saying, just straight out, get used to it. And it's none other than the ChatGPT creator / CEO responding and letting you know about the future.
But you will have no freedom, you will have no agency, it will be a perfect surveillance state, there will be no privacy. And that's what you're gonna get great comfort, but you will have, there will be nothing left in the world for you to really do, nothing that really matters. You'll just kind of live at the service of the AI giving you material wealth.
There will be nothing for you to do, nothing for you to crave. The AI will give you everything and you're just living in its service. And you'll be okay. You know what this sounds like, motherfuckers? This literally sounds like WALL-E. You guys remember WALL-E? When everybody was like dumb and in a chair, it's shit. And the AI ran the ship that all the humans were in. That's the kind of future they want for us. That's the truth. AI is dangerous. And it is going to be your future god if you allow it. That's not all you have to fear, my friends. Because there is something more natural that is happening right now on planet Earth that you should be fearing. And that is Mother Nature and the coming of the shift, as we'll talk about as we inform you that Japan this week had a 7.1 earthquake shake the entire fucking country. And needless to say, it wasn't as bad as it was in Argentina or Mexico. Basically, their infrastructure is better. But they did get hit by a 7.0 earthquake. This is a whole month long of earthquakes. Look at this shit. It even caused some of these buildings to start on fire because these generators fucking blew up and shit. Insane. The insanity that has been happening all across Earth. No one wants to believe me. No one wants to say anything, man. 7.0 is scary, bro. The one that hit fucking Venezuela was a 7.9. The one that hit Mexico was a 6.9. This was a 7.1, I think they said. Crazy. And the Japanese took it the way they're raised. To stay calm in any situation. No one ran or panicked or screamed. They all just waited for their deaths like a bunch of soulless fucking robots that have completely been conditioned and transformed by technology and Western civilization. Because whether you like it or not, democracy and America should actually be running the way Japan runs. Japan is a super perfect utopia, except for the earthquakes and the tsunamis and the fucking monsoons that happen every year. Japan is a paradise of a country, my friends. The cities are clean. Everyone lives comfortably. And there's no rapings or murders or killings and ass. It's great in Japan. There's a lot of anime and porn. It's great. For fuck's sakes. Earthquakes are happening all over the world, my friends. And it's happening every week now. And not just small little earthquakes. We're talking about 7.0s and up. The animals, they knew. They literally knew before the earthquake hits. That cat felt it and got up before the actual ground started shaking. You just see that shit? The cat knew, bro. Cat fucking knew. I said, man, you're exaggerating. Japan gets hit by earthquakes all the time. So what if Venezuela and Mexico and Argentina got hit by earthquakes last week? And so did, I think Alaska and shit. That doesn't matter. That happens all the time. Yeah. Literally today, there was an earthquake in Italy.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia, he said.
Mia.
That's not racist, that's real.
Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Mamma mia.
Mamma mia, he says. Mamma mia. It's crazy, bro. Here's the aftermath. People going out from their homes and shit after an earthquake. Because they sono stati chiamati i vigili del fuoco. Chicken tu madre. Look, this is all like fucking mountainsides. So literally cliffs and rocks fell on houses and shit. It's crazy shit, bro. And this is all happening right now, bro. The weather is extreme. It's hot as fuck where I'm at. It's the hottest it's been in a long time. The last time it rained, it flooded. It only rained for 2 days, and we got literally more than a year's worth of rain in 2 days, and a lot of people died, and it's fucked everywhere, man. It's fucked. But people are also getting a little taste of weather from down south, but they're getting it up north in the country, in America, and hey God, I'm high as fuck. In Maryland, they had a tornado. That's a Mexican talking right there. He said, "A la verga," which means to the dick, which is a stupid saying when you translate it to English. But in Mexican, we know what it means. It's not just in Maryland, because in Wisconsin, they had tornadoes, and this is all in the past, like, day or two. Tornadoes are happening all over the country. Unfortunately, no one's ever told white people not to stand near a window during a fucking tornado. What a fucking idiot. There she goes. Like a dumbass. She's lucky she's not dead. That dumb son of a bitch. Oh. It also happened in Virginia, because the women down there in Virginia are also not smart either. And they decided to record, and they record a tornado as it passed through their work fucking, literally where they work at. They laugh about it too. This is why you don't hire women to do a man's job, because they don't fucking take anything serious. Like a tornado showing up and shit. South Dakota, the storms are getting crazier, my friends. Look at this fucking ginormous piece of ass. It is ginormous. It looks like the devil has come to Georgia. 98 miles per hour winds in town, they said. Crazy ass shit. I've been telling you guys, the sleeping prophet, America's sleeping prophet. Excuse me. I need to smoke for that. Cheers.
Smoke weed every day.
That'll clog up my sinuses, make it go away. America's sleeping prophet, Edgar Casey, prophesized that the closer we get to 2030, the weather will get crazier. More earthquakes, more storms, more violence, tornadoes, more flooding, and eventually, he said, everything that is currently below sea level, because a lot of people live below sea level, believe it or not. It just so happens that right now it's dry and there ain't no water there. He said, by 2030, everything that is below sea level will be below the sea. And it will stay like that. He said, obviously the ice caps are going to melt because of global warming. He foresaw it. And he said, the 5 Great Lakes in Canada and that are on top of the U.S. and Canada, they're going to flood because they're going to overfill from all this extra water that's going to channel through. New York and all the coastal cities down to Florida and Texas and Mexico and California is all going to flood. The Great Lakes will overflow and will cause the Mississippi River to overflow and expand. And it will flow down and expand all across fucking Minnesota, Georgia, and Atlanta, Georgia, and eat up a lot of the Texas Gulf Coast as well. California will all be gone. Welcome to Arizona Bay, as Maynard James Keenan from Tool has said. And this is our future, according to the sleeping prophet, my friends. It's happening. It's been foretold. Get ready. A lot of strange things happening on Earth. People have even been seeing meteorites falling. People from airplanes caught this. An airplane flight from Europe to Russia caught a meteorite breaking up in the sky as they flow by. Amazing. The day and age that we live on. We live in an amazing time to be alive, you dumb sons of bitches, because never before on Earth, if cell phones didn't exist, TikTok and all this bullshit wasn't real, we would never be here to see and experience this video that this person got to witness. This is amazing, bro. That we're even alive in an age. We're privileged that we're alive in an age that was able to capture an event like this for everyone to see. We're privileged, bro. Privileged. Because so many people have been alive and have died in ages where they never got to witness this literal thing from that out, like this video. This is amazing. We're privileged, my friends. We are alive in the greatest time to be alive as a human being. We are near the end of days, my friend. And in North Carolina, USA, tonight, this was seen.
Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing flying in the sky? Bruh, I don't know what that is. What?
And in case you think this is a lie, here's someone else's video of the same thing. Something is happening all around us, my friends. And I think we better start paying attention, because our governments are distracting us from something really bad that's coming. There was a pilot that was flying above the Azores Islands, and he was a witness in the recording. Like I said, we're the best time to be alive right now. A recording of this object shining in stasis, floating in the sky. And here he is, right there witnessing this. Whatever this is. It's shit. Think I'm crazy. We've been seeing all these earthquakes and unusual weather patterns. There's a great deception coming, I've been telling you. People have seen it in the skies, in the storms. In Mexico, there was a lightning storm above Mexico City, and you can clearly see. I'll go back and I'll pause it for you. I'll try to get it right there where it shines. Let me slow it down. That's the only way I'll get it. Damn it. It's even hard to get it here. Lightning is fast, even in slow motion. There it is. There is an UFO craft inside of the storm, just chilling, my friends. Real footage from Mexico. Right there. Oh, son of man. That's like an AI video and shit. How are you going to believe that ass? Oh yeah, this could be AI. Maybe it could. You know, I'm gonna give you that, you pussy. You went to a Ivy League school. You think you're better than me? Fuck you. I'll give you this one win. This could be AI. Very easily be made by AI. But when a university professor at the University of Mexico and his college attendee daughter witness an encounter, how do you fucking deny that? And not only that, did they witness it but 4 different surveillance cameras were captured. You dumb son of a bitch. Explain all of this incident. Let me run you by the context. At a university, a professor and his daughter, he teaches at the Mexico University, was leaving his office, and his daughter's a student there. She went to go pick him up at the end of the evening, and they were leaving his office, and they saw this alien creature, translucent alien creature that didn't have a consistent shape. Understand what I'm saying? It didn't have a consistent shape. It was almost metamorphosing, changing as it moved, like a squid-like apparition. And here are the 4 different perspectives of the surveillance cameras that capture everything as it happens. Explain this to me, you Ivy League piece of shit.
Do not want to believe you are sleeping. You do not want to believe you are sleeping. You do not want to believe you are sleeping.
Let me see if I can zoom this in. There we go. This is surveillance footage. There they are on it. They see it from far away. It says they saw it land and then begin to transform into a translucent humanoid figure and began walking towards them. And the daughter ran away. And like, there it is. How do you explain shit like that, man? This is a college university professor. This isn't some guy on crack and shit. You know what I'm saying? Explain that, dumb son of a bitch. That's all I'm trying to say. Moving along. Let's move it along, motherfuckers. We're gonna move it along to some celebrity news, because apparently this week Charles Barkley came out as gay.
When a guy's banging you, you spend.
Hang on, let me rewind that. Turn up the volume. Make sure you hear this clearly.
When a guy's banging you,
woke as fuck.
When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those are the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body, come on.
18 points for Joker. Only.
For live.
Fucking Shaq knew. Shaq was laughing his ass off, bro. Look at this shit, bro. How embarrassing.
Nugget in double figures. 69-59. Golden State shooting 67.
They're all laughing. This fucking guy just out of the closet like a pussy. That was badass. Oh my god. Let's get into the seriousness of the show. Because 4 women have come out and accused renowned star Jared Leto of sexual assault when they were teenagers.
I was 17. I was 17. 17.
as a 14-year-old girl with a little crush on him. I was very excited to see Jared Leto.
I think that was the first time I ever met a celebrity. Oh my God, do you know who that is? That's Jared Leto. He had invited me to his house. Asked me to come meet him in his hotel.
Jared Leto cordially invites you to a celebration.
Sending an invite out to a lot of models.
I ran to the autograph table.
You know, most young girls saw him very much as a heartthrob.
Wait, but this is problematic.
There's a whole population who don't know who he truly is.
You really just chose to take your power and abuse it.
Alarms started going off in my head. This is not what I came here for.
By the time I get back, I would like our clothes to be off.
It doesn't matter what your age is. It doesn't matter if you're underage.
And that's when I realized he was a...
I said it before. And I'll say it again. I knew it from the very start. Back when we were a podcast, when piece of shit, he who should not be named, fuck you, I hate you, you motherfucker, for life. When he was on this show, we talked about this motherfucker having some kind of summer retreat, inviting all of his female underage fans to pay $600 to go play games with him in the wood while he dressed like Jesus Christ in a robe, naked underneath, and a beard and shit. And the games were all about like running around, getting wet with your t-shirts, no bras on, and being naked and all his ass. And the winners got to sleep with him just in the bed, supposedly, overnight in a tent in the woods with no supervision and shit. And I said, this is a scam written all over it. I told you, motherfuckers, this was gonna happen. I told you, and it did. Oh my God, it gets worse. It gets worse. Here's this. Hey, how can it possibly get worse, in a man? That was disgusting. Oh yeah. You think that was disgusting? Get a load of this story.
There and saying, okay, well, my phone is dying, so I can't really get home from here. So I asked him if he has a phone charger. No, I don't. Okay, I also don't have any cash left. Could I get some cash to get a cab home? No, I don't have any cash. I was sat on the chaise longue kind of thing. So I was kind of like thinking to myself, could I just sleep here? And then he just goes, if you're gonna sleep here, you're gonna wake up with a dick in your ass.
Woke as fuck.
Hey, at least he was honest. There's a lot of motherfuckers that won't let you know that if you fall asleep there, you're gonna wake up with a dick in your ass. I mean, Andy Dick didn't let that little boy know that if he was gonna sleep there, he was gonna get a dick in his ass. But he slept there, and guess what? That little boy got a dick in his ass.
Woke as fuck.
At least he had the decency to let this little girl know. Why she hanging out with a bunch of perverts? That's all I'm asking. And that's really what you should be asking. Oh yeah!
Woke pack. Full live.
Oh my God. Got another one for you. Another disgrace of humanity. Because this is what happens when you get money, fortune, wealth. You start fucking up. Because there's nothing else to do in life. You've already achieved success. So when you have success, all there's left to do is to fail. And so, ex-quarterback and soon-to-be ex-ESPN correspondent Tony Romo was arrested for driving under the influence. And here is the video provided by a fucking video company
or production company, we cannot legally say.
Deputy Core, Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office.
Were you speaking on speaker back there?
I was.
I didn't even know you guys said that. I'm so sorry.
All right. Reason for my stop today. Yep.
That was what you said.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Reason for my stop today is the unsafe passing on the right, the lane deviation.
Say it louder. I'm sorry.
Unsafe passing on the right, cutting across the gore. Obviously, the gore.
Yes.
It's the marked area.
Gotcha.
Where are you coming from?
Well, I live in Dallas, so I came in to visit Grandpa, so we're here. I'm going to do that, but I got the gore.
You got the what?
Gore, you said?
Yeah.
That's what it is for you to cross it?
Yep.
Yes. I got what you're saying.
And you were coming from Grandma and Grandpa? What did you say? It's really hard to hear you, dude.
I can't hear you either.
Yeah, I know. We got to basically yell at each other, right?
I feel like I'm yelling at you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Where are you coming from?
The golf course. And I'm going to meet Grandma and Grandpa.
Okay. All right. I'll take a driver's license from you.
You got it.
But god damn it, dude. I'm a drunk and I'm fucked up as as I could ever be tonight or any other night, as I mentioned it. But I can tell that this guy's fucked from the start. I mean, god damn it, if you're sober, you don't make conversation with a cop ever. You're like, yes, officer, here you go. Oh, whatever, fuck. This guy's being an idiot. Just giving it away. Oh my god. Well, he's probably gonna get fired from his CBS job, as Gomer has enlightened us with. Thank you, Gomer. I love you.
Live.
Good. Fuck him. He deserves it. He never took the Cowboys to no championship, and the only thing he ever did good in life was fuck the shit out of Jessica Simpson. And that probably wasn't that good, because that other big buff guy had already fucked her before, and you know that guy had a bigger dick than this guy did. Oh, yeah.
Woke as fuck.
Alright, let's move it along, because I'm done talking about Tony Homo over here, whatever you want to call him. And let's get into the real celebrity news. Because, god damn it, and I've had it right here in front of me this whole time. I haven't forgotten to let you all know that on our Discord, and in case you don't have our Discord, all you got to do is ask me during one of our live streams, and I will gladly give it to you. But on our Discord, on August the 15th, we will be watching Ray J versus Orlando Bloom. No, not Bloom. Brown. Orlando Brown versus Ray J. Going live on our Discord. You know what it is. But most importantly, this weekend we will be watching Summer Scam, aka SummerSlam, night 1 Saturday, starting at 5 p.m. or 6 or 4. I don't know. Just make sure you go to our Discord. We'll be watching it on both nights. You know what it is. Summer Scam, WWE. Oh, yeah. But the most anticipated match of the year will be shown on our Discord as well. And it's none other than Gorlock fighting in Mexico. And here is Gorlock training with none other than Ryan Garcia. And I am not even playing. How I'm going to say that I am not a betting man and I don't like to gamble. Mostly because I don't have money. But I will tell you guys this. If you guys are going to bet on this fight, make sure you bet on Gorlock. Do not bet against Gorlock. Because this is Ryan Garcia giving her all he's got. And she ain't even phased, bros.
Damn, she took that shit like a champ. Oh, she said 2 more. She said 2 more. Oh. Oh, no, she playing. Oh, she playing with you. She playing with you.
Early this morning. Yeah, and He wasn't going easy on her either, motherfuckers. Gorlock the Destroyer. Oh, yeah. She's gonna fight this huge Mexican chick that's like 3 times her size. But I frankly believe that this chick can take her, man. She definitely could take her. She looks like I'm playing right now The Ascent. And I feel like she's in that game. Oh, yeah.
Woke as fuck.
Oh, my God. We'll see you guys this weekend for SummerSlam. Make sure you show up if you watch wrestling and shit on our Discord. I want to thank Gomer Kyle, Super Saiyan Joku, Street Team Tony. Who else was here tonight? I'm fucking up Merkaba. I think that's about it, the motherfuckers. I want to thank you guys. Some other motherfuckers that show up straight up. I just want to thank everybody of the motherfucking live. And anybody who stopped by and got scared the fuck out of here because some weird fucking Indian guys yelling obscenities and talking about ass and dicks and shit. And I'm sorry that if that's just too much for you, well then you know what? You need to woken the fuck up because this is the year 2026 and ass and dicks is everywhere. And you should be used to it by now, motherfuckers. Especially coming from a brown motherfucker wearing makeup. That's all I'm gonna say. But thank you all for being here on a Friday night on the only show that is strictly for the boys. And just for that, I'm gonna say adieu to you all. But I will leave you with tonight's closure, you motherfuckers. And I'm gonna say thank you all again for being here. Have a safe weekend. Have a safe night. Never forget, I love you. You make my heart smile. Straight from the underground. Woke back. Straight from the underground. Drunk as fuck. High as fuck. Straight from the underground. Drunk as fuck. Woke as fuck. Woke back.
Live.
What the fuck, man? Fucking running like lady, eh?